Good evening. Thanks for joining me. And at long last, you're joining me for a wild camp. It's been absolutely ages, for one reason or another. But tonight I'm parked up at Crowden in Longdendale, and I'm just heading up to pick up the Pennine Way, and I'm just heading up to probably Laddow Rocks, maybe go across to the castles, Crowden castles, and just see if I can find a pitch around there somewhere, and yeah, just a little overnighter. So why don't you join me? See up over Crowden Quarry there, and straight ahead is the valley of the Crowden Great Brook, and we're kind of heading up around that. Not sure what we'll do in the morning. Might just head straight back, or I could complete the Crowden Horseshoe past Black Hill, but I've got some other stuff that I want to do, so I might maybe just head straight back. It's been a funny old day. We've not really had any proper rain for quite a few weeks now, and then yesterday it started heavily raining, and then it eased off overnight, and then this morning it's come back in with a vengeance, and there's a real big weather system that swept across the UK from south to north, but it's passing now, and the evening promises to, fingers crossed, brighten up a little. At least there's very little rain forecast anyway, which will do for me. What a lovely peaceful evening to be out. Weather app was saying it was still about 20 degrees Celsius as we approach 6 in the evening, but it's only due to go down to about 12 Celsius overnight, so hopefully quite a mild night. So from here you can see up onto Laddow Rocks, so I've just got to make my way up onto that ridge, and then from there should be able to see across to the castles. Now I just need to decide where I want to set up camp. It's early yet, so I've got plenty of time. Worked up a bit of a sweat already. Stop and take on some water in a bit. Climb's just starting to get a bit steeper now, but then that's just a great excuse to just stop and look back at that. Fabulous. Nice coolness to the evening. It's just a lot fresher now after the rain. It's been so muggy with all the heat, and you know, we've had thunderstorms, thunder and lightning and such like over the last few days. So it's yeah, good old downpour has cooled it down nicely. Crowden Castle's just coming into view at the head of the valley up there, and still a fair bit of climbing to do to get on top of Laddow Rocks. Some interesting flattish looking areas just below Laddow Rocks as well. Keep an eye on them as I head up. Not far off, up onto Laddow Rocks now, and there up at the end of the valley, catching the evening sunlight, is the castles. So I'll just walk along the ridge now and just keep an eye open for somewhere to set the tent up, and it could be anywhere along here, or maybe drop down and back round to the castles. We'll just see what we find. It's all beautiful up here, and the sun will rise over this way, whichever way we come. In fact, if the castles will probably get a nicer sunset, but would miss the sunrise. I was just looking back down the way we've come, looking right across there past Crowden campsite, across the main road, the A57, and then the sunlight's just catching in Wild Boar Clough. Let's go up onto Bleak Low. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Just looking at the sky, just wondering if the day hasn't got one last shower in store for us. So I think what I'm just going to do, just going to head straight up above Laddow Rocks onto the ridge here, and we'll be at sort of Chew Head there, I think, which is actually the highest point in Greater Manchester. And if I can find a flat spot there, I'll just set up. It's still fairly early, but there's nobody about, and as I say, that sky's looking a bit ominous. Well, finding the perfect pitch up here is pretty difficult. Just, I suppose, especially after these few days rain. So when you climb up from the Pennine Way, it eventually becomes flat enough just as you get up near the fence that marks the county boundary. Yeah, it's a little bit soft and boggy. I found a place that's not too bad, so I'm going to set up here. I just hope it doesn't turn to thunder and lightning overnight, because apart from the Home Moss radio mast, I'm about the highest thing for miles around. Anyway, you only live once. I'm going to get set up. Oh, not the tautest pitch I've ever had out of it so far, but it'll have to do because it's really sort of uneven and tussocky. Doesn't feel too bad when you lie down on it. I tested the ground sheet, but anyway, it'll do. Well, more or less sorted. It's not a bad little spot. Nice views out over towards Home Moss. Would be nicer a bit nearer the edge so you're looking down into the valley, but you can't have everything. More or less set up here now. Not a lot of room in there. Just got the little Neo Air Venture mat that I only use in summer. Snugpak Softie Elite 2 little liner. Osprey Stratos 36 that sits up in the head end there. Won't be doing any cooking because staying in the camper van down at the Crowden campsite, and I ate something before I came out, so I'm probably just gonna have an energy bar and then turn in and watch a film once the sun goes down. This is the life, eh? Just sitting in the tent, with my legs hanging out, chilling out, and waiting for the sunset to set behind me. I've got another, maybe another 20 minutes or so. Still quite mild, but as soon as the sun's set, I'll get settled in. Might leave the door open tonight if. Just keep my ears open in case it starts raining, you know, and just leave the bug mesh closed. Beautiful evening. As usual, filming with the GoPro. I don't know whether you'll have seen that, but I was just getting a little bit of the sunset, and short-eared owl just came down this gruff right in front of me, probably about 30 feet away or something like that. Just sailed down there. Fabulous. I hope it showed up on the GoPro, but probably won't, and it was also directly into the sun as well, so I got a great view of it. I suppose you will have. Oh well, anyway, I'm not sure what this sunset's going to be like. Not got any tripod or anything, and I've only got the GoPro, so I'll do what I can. Right, well, I've watched my film. It's called a Patch of Fog, like a thriller or a suspense movie. Yeah, pretty good. Anyway, it's just after 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna wish you good night and see you in the morning. I've still only got the mesh bug net closed, left the side of the tent open. As you can hear, we've got the sound of the aircraft, which is always the case in the Peak District, but anyway, catch you in the morning. See you folks, bye. Morning folks. It's about 20 past 6.
And that's what we've got outside today. See the dawn, but yeah, it's quite unamazing, all a bit grey, so didn't bother showing you. Wind got up around about 2:30ish, so it's been quite blustery all night. But yeah, I got quite a good sleep. Kind of seen every hour like you do, but gonna get up, put a jacket on because it's quite chilly. It's been nice and warm in the sleeping bag, but I've just had the only had the mesh door closed all night. But sleeping bag's been warm enough just on its own. And I'm gonna get going. I might not stop for breakfast. I think I'll just have a quick energy bar or something like that, and then head back down to the campsite and do some porridge down there, I think. Right, I'll bring you back in a bit.
Alright, that's me packed up as usual. I know everybody's got the message now, but there's always somebody new starting out, isn't there? Just flat grass, absolutely nothing else. Just have a last check round the little pitch. Still misty, but the sun is trying to break through and hopefully warm the day up a bit. It's not too bad, it's just a little bit chilly. Anyway, I'll catch you on the way down. Always a pleasure packing up when it's not raining. Back on the Pennine Way again now, heading in the opposite direction, just going down to the campsite. Decided just to spend a day down there and maybe do some local walks down there. Been a good camp though, I've enjoyed it. I suppose it's always nice when it's the first one for a while. It's really the train strikes that have been messing me up. I don't normally go in the van when I'm wild camping. I normally just hop on a train, then you've got no worries about leaving a vehicle or anything like that. But yeah, sort of like past year or so, you can't really rely on the trains. So every time I've found an opportunity, there's been a train strike or something else that's cropped up. Anyway, back on it now. Can actually see a hiker coming towards me. First person I've seen while I've been up here. Didn't see anybody yesterday evening. Had a quick chat with the hiker I saw. He's just come up from Crowden. He's doing the Pennine Way. Reckons he's got an easy day today, just as far as he said standard, did he? But he says there's a storm coming on later. I've not checked the forecast this morning. It was supposed to turn bad about 1 o'clock this afternoon, but I'll be back down in about an hour or so, I think. Just about 7:30 now. Back down to Oakenclough Brook again now. Lovely and clear. Starting to warm up a bit now. Sun's trying to fight its way through. Might stop and get rid of this jacket, otherwise I'll be a jelly by the time I get down to the bottom. Lovely spot. Last look back up at Laddow Rocks where we've come from. As we go around this next bend it'll be obscured from view. Quite an impressive place. Enjoyed it. Well, that's me more or less back down now. Campsite's just over there. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I've really had a good night out up there and a good workout getting up there and back. If you have enjoyed it, if you wouldn't mind giving it the whole thumbs up, and if you're new here, maybe you'd consider hitting the subscribe button. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. No doubt I will see you on another video very soon. Cheers now, bye.